All right, 16, right? Page 16? Yes? 16 is combine like terms. Page 16 is combine like terms. And then open to 16. Combine like terms. Okay, when we are combining like terms, we have to be really aware of some specific vocabulary. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the definition of the word term. Yeah. This is going to be a colorful page, so if you want to switch colors around, that's fine. Or stick with one. Combine like terms. A term is a number. A term is a number. It can also be a variable. A term can be a number. It can be a variable. Or the product. What does product mean? Multiplication. The product of a number and a variable. A term is a number. A term is a variable. Or the product of a number and a variable. Here are some examples of terms. 3 is a term. Why is 3 a term? It's a number. X is a term. Why is X a term? It's a variable. Technically speaking, X is really 1X. And that's a term. How come 1X is a term? And what's happening to that number and variable? They're being multiplied together. They're touching. 3AB is a term. Because it's the product of numbers, 3, and variables, AB. TY is a term. It's the product of a number and a variable. It's a variable and a variable, right? T times y. Negative 18r. You see where I'm going? If you smush them together, it's a term. Even this. Now you may say, Mrs. Long, wait a second. It says product, and product means multiply, and that's not multiplication. What operation is this? This is division. How come? And I'll tell you this. Multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by x. Or dividing by x, dividing by 3. So x divided by 3 is the same thing as 1/3 times x. So now I have a product of a number and a variable. It's easy to notice in a math problem, terms are separated by addition or subtraction symbols. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction symbols. And here's where the color coding comes in. All right? Write down the problem 4x plus 3x minus 2x plus 8x. Our color coding comes in because we're going to circle the terms. So I have mine and I'm going to circle my first term is 4x. What's my next term? And what goes with it? What belongs with the 3x? The plus sign. So that's one term. This is term number 2. What's my next term? What is it? Yeah, negative or minus 2x. And Emma, what's my last term? And what goes with the 8x? The addition sign, that plus sign. Those are all terms. All right, back to vocabulary. This would have 4 terms in the math problem, right? Next one is like terms. So our next vocabulary word is like terms. And like terms, what do you think you know about like terms? From the word itself, what do you think like terms are? Haley, what do you think they could be? They're alike. How would they be alike? What do you think they're going to share? You want to see? They're terms with exactly. It's very important that they are exactly the same variable. Exactly the same variable. So important. They're not just kind of the same. They're exactly the same. Exactly the same variable. Example. 4x and negative 3x. Do they have exactly the same variable? What's the variable in the first one? What's the variable in the second one? They're exactly the same, so they are like terms. Another example, 13y squared and 8y squared. What's the variable in the first one? Y squared. What's the variable in the second one? Are they exactly the same? Perfect. They are like terms. Non-examples. Things that you can get confused by. Negative 8xy and negative 8x. What's the variable in the first one? XY. What's the variable in the second one? X. Are they exactly the same? No way, Jose. Those are not like terms. 4t and 8t squared. What's the variable in the first term? T. What's the variable in the second term? T squared. Are they exactly the same? No. Do you understand what like terms are? They have to be exactly the same variable. Or, this would work. What's the variable in the first one? There isn't one. What's the variable in the second one? There isn't one. Those are like terms. I mean, I guess the fact that they don't have variables makes them exactly the same. Next vocabulary word. Coefficient. C-O-E-F-F-I-C-I-E-N-T. Coefficient. C-O-E-F-F-I-C-I-E-N-T. Coefficient. What does the prefix co mean? If gym class is co-ed, what is it? Boys and girls. Co means two, together. Combined. Co. Coefficient is the number in front of the variable. We've got a number and a variable together. We've got two things together, co, and the coefficient comes in front. The coefficient is the number in front of the variable. Up here, 4x, the coefficient is 4. Negative 3x, the coefficient is negative 3. 8y squared, the coefficient is 8. 13y squared, the coefficient is 13. It's the number in front. If there is no number, put in a 1. Right? We don't ever want a variable to be lonely. If you have just the variable x, we're going to squeeze in a coefficient. This is how many x's? 1x. So we put in the variable of, or the coefficient of 1. Coefficient. And last but not least is the word constant. Constant. Constant is just a number. It has no variable. It's a lonely little number. You got your colored pencils ready? Here we go. Write down this problem. 5k minus 4 minus 8k. We are going to combine. What does combine mean? Put it together. We're going to combine like terms. We're going to put together like terms. So, take your first color and circle the first term. I circled mine in green. So I'm going to keep my green and I'm going to look at the other terms because there's 1, 2, 3 terms. Are there any other terms that I should circle in green that are like my 5k? Haley, what? Not just 8k, but negative 8k. That operation belongs with the number. Is there anything else I should circle in green? Anything else that's a like term? Anything? No. All right, put that color down, get a new color. All right, I did the first term, so now I move to the next uncircled term. And I have negative 4. Is there anything else I should circle? Nope. I'm done with that color. Ladies and gentlemen, after you circle the like terms, we're going to do the math. But when we do the math, we need to do variables first. What's going to go together? What am I going to combine? What did I circle in the same colors? 5k and what? Negative 8k. 5k and negative 8k. What is 5k minus 8k? Haley? Negative 3k. And then what else is left over? Negative 4. Does it go with anything? So my answer is going to be negative 3k and then negative 4 goes on the back. And that's my answer. I'm done. Let's do a big problem together. 4 minus 3, or 4 plus 3x minus 8 plus 3y minus 10x plus 4. Pick a color and let's start circling. If I start with the first term, I'm going to circle 4. What else gets circled because it's a like term with 4? Emma? Negative 8 gets circled. Christy? Positive 4. Anything else? Nope, put that color down, get a new color. I did the first term, so now I move on to the second term, which is positive 3x. What else gets circled in green? I have green. Skylar? Negative 10x. Anything else? Nope. Put that color down. Get a new color out. And I did the first term, the second term, the third term. So now I'm on the fourth term. And anything else? No. All right, let's combine like terms. 4 minus 8 plus 4. What is 4 minus 8 plus 4? 0. All right, next. Positive 3x minus 10x. 3x minus 10x is negative 7x. And what's left over? Positive 3y, right? Here are my 3 answers. Now I need to put them in order, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we always want to try to do ABC order. What comes first? ABCs. Negative 7x. That goes first because ABCs, right? Then what? 3y. What should I put between them? Y plus. Because it's positive. Good. All right. And then what? Plus 0. Do you really need to put plus 0? No, but if you put it, it's fine.